Hi there, my name's Rebecca. Thank you for showing up today for this third part in a series of yoga basics that I'm going over, and today is Warrior 2. This is a slower paced on-demand class, a slower flow, so that there's much more teaching and explaining, and then a chance to practice the movements that I teach and explain. And then feel free to repeat this as many times as you'd like to get more familiar with the Warrior 2 foot stance. The Warrior 2 foot stance, just like the Warrior 1 in the previous series, we can hold this stance, and we do several poses in this stance. So getting the feet set up, getting the engagement of your lower body is important for then progressing from one movement to the next. In the first part of this series, I actually went over the yogic breath. So if you haven't done that, that would be a great place to start. If you have your yogic breath already, then we'll get flowing and using that today. So to get started, all you need is your mat, maybe a towel and some water, have those things close by, and then just come down to a seat on your mat. And we'll get started here. Close your eyes, take a breath in, open mouth breath out. Second one, breathe in, open mouth breath out. One more together, breathe in. Fill up your belly, ribs, and chest nice and full. Feel your whole body. Take one more sip of air. Open mouth, exhale. Deflate it out. Now seal your lips. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. Engaging your Ujjayi breath, making that constriction at the top of your nose, and then starting to feel that energy flowing through with each breath, hearing your oceanic sound with every flow. Just take a few breaths here on your own, tuning into body and breath. As we flow today, make a commitment to stay connected to your breathing, to use that breath to help set your own pace, to honor where your body and your breath is at this moment. If it's slower or faster, no judgment, just notice. Sit up taller, pull your shoulders back, keep your heart open, and make a small commitment to yourself to stay open and non-judgmental as you learn perhaps something new today. Hold that lack of judgment in your mind and breathe in, breathe out, and flutter your eyes open. Flow your breath a little more freely. And now we'll flow some breath to movement. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, pull your thumbs to your heart. Release your arms down. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Release your hands to the side. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then hands to your knees this time. Inhale, seated cow. Push your abdomen forward. Pull your shoulders back. Maybe look up. Exhale, seated cat. Pull your navel in. Round your low back. Lean back and let your shoulders round forward, chin to chest. Inhale, seated cow, undulate and pull forward. Exhale, seated cat, round and curl, pull your abdomen in. Continue to flow with your Ujjayi breath, your yogic breath, connecting your pace to your movement. Tuning in without judgment, where your body's at and where your breath is at. What feels most comfortable, and how does it benefit you to let that be more comfortable for you without force or without changing. Take one more flow. Then inhale, return to neutral spine. Exhale, side bend to the right. Take your left hand down, right hand up and over. another breath here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Right hand down, left hand up and over. Take another yogic breath in. Yogic breath out and reach. Now dynamic flow. Inhale, side bend to the right. Exhale to the left. Keep going back and forth. One more time. Right and left. And inhale to center. Exhale, tiny back bend. Place your hands behind you. Fingers can rotate back or towards your hips, whatever feels most comfortable. Pull your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chin, open your chest. Breathe, exhale. Take one more yogic breath. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Reach forward first and then forehead down. Take another breath in. Then inhale, rise up. And then exhale, make your way to downward facing dog on your mat. Feel free to move here first. Pedal out your legs. Make shifts and twists. Adjust your weight distribution just to feel out your joints. Shake your head, yes and no. Notice where there's tension or where there's freedom in your body. Just notice without change. Then come to stillness on your mat. Return to your yogic breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to ragdoll pose. Tiptoe your feet to your wrists. Land at the middle or top of your mat. Grab for opposite elbows. Let your upper body hang. Shake out your shoulders and your head. Release tension from your jaw and face. And then maybe sway your torso side to side. Bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable here. Finding that openness in your low back and in your hamstrings. And come back to center and release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet to touch, and with bent knees, take a slow ride upward. One vertebrae at a time, no rush. Good. And once you arrive, inhale to mountain pose. Reach your hands overhead. Good. Tuck your tailbone down, shift your weight to your heels. Pull your biceps back to frame your ears. Pinkies turn inward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Bend at your hips. Reach your fingertips down. Inhale to halfway lift. Flat back. Bring your shoulders in line with your hips. Send your tailbone back behind your heels. Bend your knees as much as you need to create as flat of a back as possible. Take a breath in. Breath out, high plank pose, and pause. Step your feet to the back. Lift your shoulders over your wrist. Option to drop down to your knees if you'd like. Hold strong for one yogic breath. And on your exhale, ride all the way down to belly, chest, and thighs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Press your hands slightly into the mat. Lift your chest. Keep your toes down. Maybe lift your knees to keep your legs engaged. And pull your shoulder blades together to open your heart. Take another breath. Exhale, lower down. Then inhale, slightly bigger cobra. Press your hands more deeply into the mat, but keep your elbows bent. Shoulders down, chin up. Take a breath in and breath out. Lower all the way down, then downward facing dog. Press your hips up and back. Pedal out your legs. Good, and then find your stillness. Come back to your yogic breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. One more flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up, second time here. Exhale, forward fold, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high plank pose and pause. Take another breath in. On your breath out to low plank chaturanga pose, bottom of a push-up. Bend your elbows, hover above the mat. Use the strength of your arms. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Then drop down to your knees, have a seat. Okay. So now we're going to be moving into a warrior two stance, but we're going to add it into a sun B flow. So what we just did, called the sun A, it's like a basic version of a vinyasa flow where we connect breath to movement as much as possible. Then we move into a sun B flow. It's like a second flow that's a little more complicated. So instead of mountain pose, we use chair pose. And then we'll be going into our warrior two stance. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start back in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll unite with a yogic breath in. Breathe in, yogic breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Inner edges of your big toes unite. Wedges space between your heels. Your feet can be slightly wider if your hips allow, but if you can engage your legs together as much as possible, that'll be helpful for chair pose. Then inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, drop your hips, reach your hands overhead. If there's any shoulder discomfort, reach your hands straight forward. Wherever your hands are, your weight should be in your heels. So come back to your feet, lift all 10 toes, shift your weight to your heel. Good, you feel that balance a little bit better, and then lower your toes back down. Squeeze your knees together, sit a little lower. Breathe in, yogic breath. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Forward fold to release. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, high to low flow. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Ride it all the way down to chaturanga, high or low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath here. Yogic breath. Then inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. When you go into three-legged dog, oftentimes a misalignment is to lift your right hip, but keep your right hip rolled down. Just squeeze your glute to lift your leg high. Then exhale, low lunge. Squeeze your knee to your chest, then stamp your foot as close to in between your thumbs as you can. Now we'll inhale to warrior two. This is where the warrior two stance starts. Turn your left heel down. Lift your shoulders over your hips. Now let's pause here and just take a look at the feet. You want to set up your feet like a T shape. So your left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat, toes point to the left. Your right toes are pointed towards the front of your mat, and when you look down, your heel lines up with the midline of your left foot. So it's like a T shape, okay? If you have tight hips, you might turn your left foot inward slightly. Almost like a warrior one stance, but not quite. Just to release that hip a little bit. Now, warrior one, we point the hips forward. For warrior two, you point the hips to the left. This is a sideways hip movement, and you'll feel your right hip is opening to the right, left hip should be opening to the left. Imagine your feet are on dinner plates, and if you could, you would be rotating them away from each other. So it's like the big toes are rotating outward. They're not actually moving, but that's where you want to energize your feet, away from each other. It's an open hip movement to the side. You feel that? Okay, bend into your front knee. With your active feet, you want to make sure the knee rolls to the pinky edge of your foot so that hip is open, rather than rotating in. This is a misalignment and it's not good for your knee. So rotate the knee outward. And again, this is where that tight left hip comes in. If that's hard to do, you want to turn those toes inward. Okay, so knee out, knee over ankle, not further, right? If it feels further for you, you need to step longer, okay? Hips down, reach your arms in opposite directions, turn your gaze forward. The other thing that happens here is people reach forward. You want to pull your shoulders back so that they're directly over your hips. Keep your feet active. Arms are gentle. and look over your front hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Keep your legs the same. Same active feet. Reach your right hand forward as far as you can go. Then exhale, extended side angle. Place your right elbow onto your right thigh. Reach your left hand to the sky. Notice if your hips have changed. Re-engage. Toes away from each other. Left hip open, right hip open. Good. Keep your legs the same. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Reach your right hand up. Bump your hips under your torso. Inhale, open your side body. Then exhale, triangle pose. Again, reach forward, bump your hips to the back. So a little pendulum of your hips. Reach forward and then down. Hand to shin, foot, or floor. Left hand to the sky. Pull your shoulders together, open your heart. Then one more pose here. Keep your feet active. Bend your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Just like reverse triangle, only the front knee is bent. Keep that lunge directly over your ankle and reach up. Left hand goes down. It's almost like you're reaching up and back. Breathe in. Then exhale, high to low plank, moving into that chaturanga pose by riding your exhale all the way down. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Now we have the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Roll your left hip down. Keep your glute active. Then exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee to chest. Stamp your foot to the floor. Good. Let's get your front leg firmed up. Inhale to warrior two. Turn your right heel down. Lift your shoulders over your hips. Okay. Pause here and take a moment to set up the feet just like we did the other side. Right foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Left toes point forward. Make sure you have that T-shaped alignment. So front heel perpendicular right at the midsection of your right foot. Okay? Bend into your front knee and make sure that knee rotates outward. And if you haven't yet, feel your feet. Press your big toes down, lift your arches. Look at this back foot. If it's loose, the knife edge of that foot is gonna come up. If I can lift my arch, I'm rolling to the knife edge of that foot. That's a more stable foot position. That as we're moving through the arms, that's gonna help a lot. So keep that foot engagement. Same with this foot. If it's loose, knee caves inward. If it's active, knee rolls outward. Right hip goes out, left hip goes out. If this feels tight or unable to do, turn your toe inward slightly. Right toe. So now your hips should be a little more comfortable. Front knee rotated out, knee directly over ankle and not further. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Gaze over your front palm. Shift your shoulders back just slightly. Tailbone under your torso. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, reach your left fingertips as far forward as you can. Feel that outer foot on your right foot. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, extended side angle. Elbow to thigh. Right hand overhead. Pull your shoulders together. Open your heart. Keep your legs strong. Feet strong. Good. Now inhale, reverse triangle. Feet stay the same. Just straighten that front leg. Bump your hips under your torso. Reach your left hand high. Up and back. Right hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, triangle pose. Now pendulum your hips. Sweep your left foot or left hand to the front of your mat as far as you can go. Then exhale, left arm down, right arm up. Shoulders together, chest open, feet are strong. Pull that right outer foot down and open your hip. Good. Take a breath here. Now one more, bend into your left knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. Legs are the same, feet are active. Left hand goes up, right hand down. Keep that lunge into your front leg, not more than over your ankle. Take another inhale, open your side body. Exhale, high to low plank. Windmill your hands to the floor. Step your left foot back, ride your breath down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Drop down to your knees. All right. So that was a teaching flow. We taught a lot and we didn't really connect with the breath as much. This next flow, we're going to do all the exact same movements. I will cue some, but the goal here is to connect your breath to movement. So if you want to go faster or slower, feel free to do so. Don't lose sight of your breath. Okay, so here we go. Let's start in downward dog. We'll unite with one yogic breath in, yogic breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose, just one breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Take a moment, set up your feet and your torso. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach your right fingertips forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, front leg lifts. Exhale, triangle pose. Pendulum your hips, reach forward, then down. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee and then reach up. Exhale, high to low flow. This time, option to keep your right leg lifted in your chaturanga pose. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one breath. Last side. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, pull through. Inhale, warrior two, spin your heel down, windmill your hands open. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach your left fingers forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, pendulum your hips. Exhale, triangle pose, pendulum your hips in the opposite direction, then reach down and up. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee, reach it up. Exhale, high to low plank, option to keep the left leg lifted in your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Drop down to your knees, have a seat. Feel free to grab some water or take a break. Nice job today. That was not as easy as the other days. So well done if you made it through. Feel free to repeat as many times as you need to get comfortable with warrior two pose, the foot position, and then next time you're in a class, hopefully that feels a little bit more readily available for you. So nice job. Again, my name is Rebecca, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Thanks.